Good morning, East Bay family and friends. Today we are coming to the end of the year because God is all there is. Let us call forth blessing for the incoming year of 2024. God is love, God is peace, God is happiness. Happy New Year's.
Now we have a selection from our youth choir.
Walking and talking with my mind. Stay on spirit. Hallelujah. 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 I woke up this morning with my mind. Stay on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind. Stay on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind. Stay on spirit. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes, I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. As I walked, as I talked, I was stayed on spirit. As my heart beat, I was stayed on spirit, for I know that the power of God continues to allow my heart to beat. Oh, the presence of God moves all through my body, starting from my toenails all the way to my hair follicles, for I know that the power and presence of God is right here within me. And for that, I am so grateful. Each and every day this year, I woke up in the morning and all day long with the power of God, the courage of God, the strength of God, the knowingness of God, the beingness of God in my spirit, and stayed on spirit. So for that, I am just grateful. I am grateful as I lift up the East Bay Church of Religious Science. I lift up its healing, its love, its joy, its power, its creativity. I lift up its ability to create over and over and over again. I'm so grateful for this building. I'm so grateful for this epicenter of love in the city of Oakland right here and today. I know that it radiates out and touches each and every part of the world, and for that I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the teaching. I'm thankful for the power and the presence and the vision and the belief of our own senior minister, Reverend Dereca Blackman. I am so grateful for her leadership and her ownership of this church. I am so grateful for our board of trustees as they continue to guide and plan and rearrange and become all that we need them to be. I'm so grateful for the practitioners and the ministers that pray and pray and pray and pray again until we are in the mindset of spirit. I'm so grateful for those prayers. And I know that we are all representations of that prayer. Someone is praying for us today and tomorrow and the day after, and for that, I just give thanks. I give thanks, I give thanks, I give thanks. And on this day, the last day of the year, I forgive. I forgive all that has happened. I forgive all that has been said, all that has been done, all that have left. I forgive it all. And I forgive myself, and join with me in forgiveness and in love and in peace as we say together, and so it is. Amen. And I am so grateful for all the people who are joining us today. If you are with us for the first time, then please stand right now so that we can just look at you, so we can see who you are. Thank you. Pop on up. Yes. And as we're standing up, let us go ahead and outreach our hands to all of our newcomers, as well as those who are seeing us for the first time online, and just say after me, we see you. We love you. We know who you are and whose you are. Thank you and welcome home. Yes, you are receiving a gift from us. It is a certificate. Please fill it out so that we can continue to bless you with our gifts. And now I am delighted and excited to call forth our senior minister, Reverend Dereca Blackman.
I think somebody ready to preach. You know, they used to have an expression here at East Bay, she prayed to paint off the walls. We got new paint and it's about to be gone. That's Reverend Ona Afre. Yes. And I'm Reverend Dereca Blackman. I use she and they gender pronouns. What you say? Oh, Reverend Doctor. Come on, Ona Afre. Excuse. Reverend E said you better get it right. That's Reverend Doctor to Reverend Doctor. They letting it be known. Well, I'm just Reverend. Reverend Dereca Blackman, she, they pronouns, and I'm the senior minister here at East Bay Church, and it is the most beautiful and humbling and honoring experience of my whole life. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're doing online shout-outs, and my father made me promise that I would shout out my grandmother, Dolores Blackman Bradley, and all the family who showed up today to see her. So hi, my dear. Habari Ghani. All right, we working it out. Today is the 6th day of Kwanzaa. And during Kwanzaa, we greet each other with the phrase, Habari Ghani. And Habari Ghani means, what's the good news? We want to know what the good news is. Somebody asks us all the time, what's up? How you doing? And what comes after that is, varies. I'm all right, I'm making it, it's another day, and So Kwanzaa is very intentional about asking the right question, which is, what's the good news? And because there are 7 principles during the season of Kwanzaa, every day we have new good news to share. So today is the 6th day of Kwanzaa, and the principle is Kuumba. Kuumba, which means creativity. I'm going to talk about that in a quick second. So when I say to you, Habari Gani, you say back the principle for today. So let's try that again. Habari Gani? Oh, yeah, you got it, you got it, you got it. So Kumba means to do always, as much as we can, in the way that we can, in order to leave our community more beautiful than when we inherited it. Yeah, wow. So last night we had Nia for Kwanzaa. Who was here for Kwanzaa? I mean, we had a good time. Some of us had too much of a good time. Everybody been telling me, "Ooh, Reverend Dereca, you was dancing." I was like, okay, all right. I'll have to bring the Motown back out of me. But we had our amazing young people here. And Marlo Pierre was our co-MC. And I don't know, yes. I don't know if you noticed that during Woke Up This Morning, Marlo was back here on the drums. I don't know if you were paying attention. I saw Martin sitting on the side. What's Martin doing on the side? Oh, it's Marlo on the drums. And I think you heard the vocal stylings of Zara Eagles, who also told us about the history of Kwanzaa in a very powerful way. So our young people in this community are continuing to show up and show out, and the reason is because we show up for them. We show up and make this a space where they're showcased, featured, and loved. We show up and teach and learn from them in the youth and family. So many people made last night possible. If you were one of the volunteers who made last night possible, please stand so we can recognize you. That's Cliff Gatewood in the back, who was on the Kwanzaa committee, working the camera, doing a whole bunch of things. That's Fabiana Crenshaw, who makes sure, all of our young people are supported and being able to stand here on this stage. I saw Jaleesa Eagles stand up. Jaleesa has always been a presence supporting our young people from when they start to when they go off to college. Oh, and there is Z. Lewis, who is on the committee and always here for us. And then I want to just acknowledge that Vanessa Wynn came and just played, not last night, I know, but she just came and she helped our young people just kind of get the songs together that they were doing, and I really appreciate that. And so it was a good time to be had by all. I mean, I want to talk about, Sister Bathsheba, you didn't say it. Sister Bathsheba did a poem to inspire us. Sister Linda had us dancing. I took my shoes off. I was doing a lot last night, y'all. And of course, Maria and Amar, Casey, Lola, all the people who are on the committee, we just have to give it up for them. Okay, now the young people are standing here waiting for me to stop talking because they have another song to do. But I just wanted to say, Kumba is about creativity, and I appreciate you, Vanessa, and what you do to support the creativity of our young people. Youth Corps.
For my good, working for my good. All things are working for my good. All things are working for my good. Oh, 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 oh. I don't have to worry, but it's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. I don't have to worry, cause it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. It's working for me. I don't have to worry, cause it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. It's working for me. I don't have to worry, cause it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. It's working for me. God's intentional. God's intentional. God's intentional. Never failing. God's intentional. God's intentional. God's intentional. Never failing. Oh. For my good. All things are working 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 for my good.
That is our youth ensemble. Martin Trousseau on drums, Zara Eagles and Marlo Pierre on vocals, and Vanessa Nguyen, our music director, on piano. All right. Okay, we're going to move on. I think we're good, Vanessa. We are hoping to honor all of our children who sang last night. And so thank you, Fabiana, for getting that together. They sang a good old Brannis McKenzie song, Celebrate Kwanzaa. So we're just going to move in to celebrating Kwanzaa and celebrating the creativity and the commitment in our community. Where's Chris Logan? Chris, come on up. You going to talk to, or are we just showing a video? We got a video that we're going to show of Chris's, and then we're going to have a special presentation, yes? Okay, fabulous. Welcome one of our newest members, Chris Logan. Were you just going to talk? Okay, all right.
Well, peace and blessings, East Bay Church of Religious Science. My name is Chris Logan, and I'm a community organizer with Faith in Action East Bay. Listen, we have all been concerned about the public safety concerns in our city. We're concerned about the illegal dumping that's happening on our streets, and we're even more concerned about the homelessness and housing crisis that we've been enduring for a long time. And there is no better time to get involved than right now. And so I just want you to use the QR code or use the link to fill out a brief survey. Tell me what you are concerned about, and I'll reach out to you so you can put your faith into action. I know if you can pause it right there. I do want to really reiterate what the handsome young man just said right there. We have a survey, and I wanted you to complete it, and this is why. It's because here at East Bay Church, we want to make an impact on the community. This upcoming Saturday, we're going to have a training, which you're all invited to. We're going to be talking about how do we organize faith-based congregations to make a meaningful change in our community. I think it was about 15 or 20 of us were actually able to come to our action that happened around illegal dumping. So I want to thank all those who came. And if you want to know, yes, please. And if you want to know how we've been doing this since 1972, started by Father John Bauman, who was a Jesuit priest. If you want to know how East Bay Church can be a part of it, then you want to come and be a part of this training on January 6th. The reason why I want you to fill out the survey is because we don't want to start taking up issues that you don't care about or that you think that we should go in a different way. And so we want your voice to be heard, your voice to be known. So that's how we're going to go forward. Please fill out the survey, see me if you have any questions.
So, we've been talking about sacred activism, and I was going to push to make sure we were doing that. And then Chris showed up and was like, I got you. This is my actual job. And Reverend Chris has just come and been a part of our new membership and our family, and it's been a real pleasure to have him so actively involved. We have another announcement I'm going to do. Okay, come on. Dr. Evelyn, come on. We're going to acknowledge some other young people, and I'm going to turn it to Dr. Evelyn Wesley and Faces to do that.
Good morning, East Bay. We had a wonderful time last night celebrating Kwanzaa, and I thought this morning I would be coming to lead a recognition for Faces, but Reverend Dereca, I need to tell you that I woke up with a revelation that I have to share to set up things. And so the story that many of us were told was that 3 wise men followed a star, and that star led them to the Savior. Well, last night during the Kwanzaa celebration, what my revelation is that I was looking at that same star last night, but it wasn't one star, it was multiple stars, and it was the youth in our church. And so today we have the opportunity to recognize 3 of those shining stars. I would like to call forth Zara, Akaya, would you come forward please and stand in front here, and Ajay. The 3 of you, please come and stand here. And Zara, if you would introduce yourself to the congregation, tell them who your name, who your parents are, how old you are, and what grade you're in. Okay.
Oh, okay. My name is Zara Eagles Haynes. My parents are Jaleesa Eagles and Anthony Haynes. I'm in 9th grade and I'm 14 years old.
Akaya, tell us who you are, who your parents are, how old you are, and what grade you're in.
My name is Zakaya. My parents are in Jerry, and my grandmother is Bathsheba. And my grade is 4th.
Okay, Ajay, tell us your name, your parents' name, how old you are, and what grade you're in, please. Do that. This is a safe space where you can do that. Just say your name if you don't want to do anything else. Just say your name, please.
What's your name, beautiful?
Okay.
That's okay. How old are you? You can tell me how old are you? 5. Okay. She's 5. What grade are you in? Kindergarten. And what's your parents' name? Imani. Her parents' name are Imani. What else do we need to know, Dr. Wesley? That's it. Great job. You did it. You did it. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh, not yet. Almost my fault.
I would like for you to do what we normally do. Please outstretch your hand and repeat after me. Zara, Akaya, Ajay. We see you. We know who you are.
We know who you are.
You are leaders.
You are leaders.
You have a divine purpose.
have a divine purpose.
You are God's gift to the world.
You are God's gift to the world.
And we thank God for the many ways that you choose to share your gifts. We love and encourage you. And we support you unconditionally. Now, would the board members please come forward with the gifts? So what they are receiving, just present them to them. What they're receiving is a certificate that acknowledges their service. They're receiving a certificate, a gift certificate to Marcus Books and a journal. Thank you. You may be seated. And so this started months ago with Reverend Dereca's We Are Family celebration. And it evolved into us recognizing every place I go, I see these young people who have volunteered in this church to serve. And so it's way beyond what they have done with Faces. It is their answer to Spirit's call. And we have the honor of watching God unfolding in these children. We are participating in a sacred moment in acknowledging who they are becoming because they are answering God's call to their spirit. Thank you.
I think there's a lot of love in this room. And if we're going to, and since we're going to be centering our children, we have to prepare ourselves to do that work, yes? Because there's a lot of healing. Reverend Ona talked about this being a good day to forgive. And so we have to center ourselves in that work, and we have some support in order to be able to center ourselves as parents. So we're going to have KP, and y'all come on. You know, when we do this, remind me of Shani, I'm so sorry. It's KP and Shani that are going to tell us about a wonderful opportunity coming to our community.
Good morning, East Bay. Good morning. Y'all awfully quiet in here. Ooh, man, thank God for East Bay Church. Thank God for East Bay Church. Oh, man. So, East Bay Church saved my life. I stumbled in here in 1995 with a lot of issues, right? A lot of self-destructive ways, a lot of anger, a lot of just discord. Very, very toxic. You know, and I jumped right in and got real busy. And, you know, they teach us a lot in here, and I know one thing that's taught is that, you know, there's some attributes that all of us are given, the God-given attributes. And sometimes we bury them. And I came to East Bay and I got resurrected. And what happened is my attributes of being a leader and working with men and working with young men. And I was given that gift here. And I actually started a ministry here at East Bay Church. And this ministry has grown, and now we're in the community. We're in juvenile hall. We're in Stockton and Division of Juvenile Justice. We're doing work in the community. So I'm going to let Shani talk about the program we're offering here, which starts in June. Shani's going to give you all the details. I've been gifted with this wonderful young lady to be my my right-hand person. She's incredibly brilliant. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself as well. I got a lot to say, but I'm going to stop.
Come on, everybody.
Thank you, KP. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you all for having us here today. Good morning. I guess just like, my name is Shani Shea. My church home is Berkeley Mount Zion. Thank you very much for welcoming me here. I definitely am grateful for, my life, if it was not for the grace of God, I would not be here today, truly, and be able to do this work with KP. What we're going to offer is Pathways to Fatherhood sessions. They will be for the males in this church. We will host them on Sundays starting February 18th. Today there will be a sign up in the back of the church for people to sign up, ask questions. We're really looking for a strong cohort of at least 20 men, but as many men as we can have to participate in these sessions. It's going to be one-on-one group discussion, some really dynamic topics. You'll have great facilitators like Kelvin Potts himself, also Jason Seals. And if I could just speak like from my heart and say why I encourage males to take a part of these sessions. As a young black woman in Oakland, as someone who survived domestic violence, someone who has a daughter, who has a father who I have to communicate and co-parent with, men are very, very important in our community. I do a lot of work with KP or Kelvin in the juvenile hall, and one of the things that our young men really don't understand is just how powerful and valuable they are. And a lot of times what they need is that relationship with a male or someone to guide them. And as a young woman, what we really need, or what I can speak on my own behalf, is for our men to be able to love us, communicate with us, protect us, and to be able to love, communicate with themselves, and protect themselves. So when you come into these sessions, just know that, yes, you're doing a service to yourself, but you're also doing a service to the rest of the people around you. So I really encourage you to sign up for the sessions. Once again, starting February 18th, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be snacks. There's going to be stipends. But we also really want you here. Thank you.
So there's something real special about men coming together. Something that doesn't happen, not taking nothing from the ladies, not taking nothing from you, but it's something real special that happens when men gather together. And they take a deep dive into conversations and interactions that build relationships and offer us a place to share and get into some conversation that may not happen with your spouse or with your girl or with your folks, you know what I'm saying? So let's do this thing, right? This is going to be very interactive. It's not no lecture. It's going to be very engaging and very interactive. I encourage all the men to sign up. Come check it out. You know, we're going to have some fun. We're going to chop it up. We're going to do what we do as men, right? Because when I was out there running with the fellas, doing crazy stuff, now I'm here. Do something totally different. You know what I'm saying? So I had, like I said, I got a lot to say, but I'm going to get out of here because Reverend Dereca got to do her thing.
Thank you to Kelvin and Shawnee. We have a slide so folks can get all the information about this. But while we're bringing that up, JJ, I want to say, invite somebody. Go ahead and sign them up outside. And so we can send them the information, because what we're talking about, I want to make sure you understand what's going to be discussed here. Folks are going to talk about father wounds. There was a documentary called Daddy Hunger a long time ago that talked about the father wounds in our community. We're going to talk about communication, right? I wrote a little book called For the Sake of the Children. Sometimes we got to learn to communicate, and brothers need support in that. And so I bet you know somebody who could use that support. Anybody know somebody who could use that support? Oh, okay, good. I thought it was just me. I'm going to sign at least 2 people up when we're done. So this is a good way. We talk about inviting people to our community. It doesn't have to be that they come on Sunday and believe what we believe here. It has to be that we serve them. So if there's some men you know that we could be of service to, please invite them, okay? Amen. All right, a few more announcements, and then I'm going to let Kev Choice Ensemble play. Let's get to the other announcements. Tonight, who's ready to be reborn? It's going down, as they say. We're having a New Year's Eve night celebration from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. featuring me, Dr. Cynthia, K. Suzanne, and I just saw that Bliss is in the house, who did a beautiful libation last night. But you need to be ready for the sound bath, that you're getting the sound healing. So here's a different way to bring in the new year. We're going to bring it in. We're going to count it down in silence. And the first thing that you will do is chant your own affirmation, and then you will be bathed in the sound of healing. That's how we bring it in this new year. The talk today is called Ready to Die, and that's because we're going to be reborn tonight. You ready? Okay, one thing I am going to ask you to do is to sign up, because we're realizing we're having more people than we thought. People are like, oh, I didn't know to sign up. Please bring a pillow, a yoga mat, a blanket, because when you do the sound bath, you want to lay down and have that whole experience. A snack if you want. What else? Is that it? We're going to have snacks for them, but now that we got 100 maybe, we're going to have, you could bring some more, yes? Journals, thank you so much, Bliss. I know somebody got to remember things. Okay, we're going to do a burning bowl release, and then we're going to do some affirmations of what we intend, what we claim for this new year. Okay, what else we got? Winter classes. People have been asking me, when am I teaching again? Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, January 11th. We're going to start online on Zoom. Thursday nights is 8 weeks, and no, it's 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Then we're also going to have Reverend Ona, who you need to go and take a class with, treatment and meditation. And soon to be Reverend Arlene is teaching 5 gifts for an abundant life. And I'm going to tell you, the testimonies in these classes are amazing. You're talking prosperity, you're talking peace, you're talking relationship healing. It's been a good time. Okay, what else? Oh, somebody's getting installed as the senior minister here at this church. January 27th, and the place is going to be here. We are having it here, thanks to the beautification team that has been getting us ready, and we will be featuring Ricky Byers, who has been blessing me quite a bit, as well as our incoming music and choir director, Reverend Queen Michelle Jordan. So it's going to be old school, new school, but it's, I realized that I've been thinking of it as a party, but that's not what it is. It's a marriage ceremony. We getting hitched. And I just want to make it publicly official. All right, what else we got? Valentine's is coming, and our Latino ministry is having a Valentine's dance, friendship and unity. We want to support that. February 9th, right here at East Bay. There are tickets that are going to be on sale, early bird prices. Oh, now, I got to tell you about the food. It's chicken, salmon, vegetarian options, ballet folklorico. It's going to be if you came a couple years ago, it's going to be a big party. February 9th, 2024, tickets are going to be on sale now, and all the information will be online at ebcrs.org. I know we had so many announcements today. Wednesday night power hour every week, 6:15 meditation, 6:30 service. Ernest Holmes study this week. And Faces Food Pantry Drive Up is first and third Wednesdays. If you know someone who could use food, if you're someone who could use food, this is our gift to the community. We want to share this with you, so please come and be a part. And now, I'm going to bring you, it is my great excitement and pleasure, as part of We Are Family, this brother has stepped up to really, he's ours. He was brought into this philosophy, and we know that he is everywhere, and we are proud of him everywhere he is. I got my Choice t-shirt I'll be wearing places, and people be like, oh, okay, you down with Kev? But it's great to have someone in this philosophy and in the world of hip-hop, the world of classical, the world of jazz, bringing us great, amazing musicians. This is the Kev Choice Ensemble, and today we have Joshua Harry on bass, Dame Drummer on drums, Io Brame, who is from OSA, playing the sax. We've getting these young people in here playing the sax, and the amazing, incomparable Kev Choice, director and keys.
East Bay, how y'all feeling today? Y'all feeling good? Nah, this is the last day of the year. Y'all feeling good? I got a deeper question. Are you feeling blessed to be here today? I said, are you feeling blessed to be here today? Because I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling blessed to be back home, as Reverend Dereca said. I'm feeling blessed to be in the presence of Reverend E. And every time I see her, I acknowledge her. Because that is the truth. I came into this philosophy in this space. Many blessings have been given to me from what I've learned in being in this community. I mean, I'm blessed. I even made it on my flight at 5:15 this morning in Houston, Texas. Landed in Oakland, California at 7:45, and I'm here today with y'all. And I just want us to just reflect for a second over this year. Just reflect on the many blessings that you've encountered. And when I say blessings, I'm not talking about all the things that may be perceived as positive or a raise or a new car, but everything that you have encountered is a blessing. Because it's leading us into our next phase of life. You know, I've had many losses, but I tell my daughter, it's never a loss, it's a lesson. No losses, only lessons. No challenges, only blessings. Just personally, I think back to this year, the beginning of this year, I taught my first class at Santa Clara University about hip hop and production, or performing with the San Francisco Symphony or the Oakland Symphony, or playing in churches around community. It's so many blessings. I want you to just think about the blessings that you've had this year. Because we're going to keep counting them next year. Every day moving forward. Let me tell a little story. I focus on the energy, I was taught morals. I ain't like them other dudes, I am not mortal. I do my own thing, I was never normal. Sometimes they say you love me, then he barely cordial. I cause a lot of pain, I remain remorseful. Newest to the new edition, Belle Biv DeVoe. Truest to the truth spitting, reverse the karma. Bear my soul, still protected by the gold armor. Won't catch me counting sheep till I'm counting commas. I've been around a lot of greatness, I've been honored. From OGs in San Quentin to Barack Obama. I know my purpose deeper than radio play. Got more heat than anything the radio play. Some people may not even like the way I play, but the spirit the only thing that's calling my plays. I'm Steve Kerr with the clipboard, Lynch with the stiff arm, Kugler with the storyboard. I visualize myself in the realm of the greats. I take constructive criticism, but smell when it's hate. I know there's nothing that can keep me from my fate. Godspeed, I'm just moving at my own pace. Focus on the journey, the result is destined. 2024, all we doing counting blessings, manifesting, learning lessons and progressing. Every direction I'm stepping, bring the conscious presence. Toast to life, celebrating for those in the essence. King Victor, I'ma shine for you, moon and crescent, like it's destined. While you're so peacefully resting, spread the message. Use this music as a medicine. So many of us out here struggling through the pain. Your mother dancing at your memorial made me put a lot of things in perspective. Pure expression, strength through sorrow, something to marvel. Now I embrace every second like it's no tomorrow. Tell everybody close I love them, cause I never know when it's my time to go. Yours is too soon. How many of our roses never get to fully bloom? We get brothers like you and Nipsey once in a blue moon. Both broke my heart. Irony, both passed away Sundays in March, 21 days apart. A king and young ace. Knowing God is saying something that can take their place. But if the marathon continue, I'm gonna run the race. West Oakland to South Central, buying up estates. Knowing you waiting for me up in heaven gates. We gon' play some Coltrane, we just need a bass. Find Dewey, Jay, and Alicia, you'll be straight. I be here counting more blessings than I can calculate. One for life. 2 for love, 3 for the gifts, I'm so grateful when they come. 4 for the season, 5 for the fam, and 6 for Oakland, cause it made me who I am. 7 for opportunity, every place that I've been. 8 for good times, praying they never end. 9 for good health, yo, you see I hit the gym, I'm about to get slim, yo, I can stop at 10, but blessings is infinite, divine, I witness it. Every morning you open your eyes, feel limitless. Even all the BS we be dealing with, we still count blessings cause we still exist. Clap your hands if you're feeling blessed, and clap your hands if you're feeling blessed. Hey yo, yo, I want you to tell them how you feeling today, how you feeling today. Let's go. Yeah. Let me tell you one more time like this, it go. 1 for life, 2 for love, 3 for the gifts, I'm so grateful when they come. 4 for the children and 5 for the fam. 6 for East Bay, cause it made me who I am. 7 for opportunities, every place that I've been. 9 for good health, yo, you see I'm getting slim. Put up in a new spot with a new whip, yo. I could stop at 10, but hey, yo. Blessings is infinite, divine, I witness it. Every morning we open our eyes, feel limitless. Even all the struggles that we be dealing with. Still count your blessings if you still exist. Still count blessings if you still exist. Still count blessings if you still exist. We count blessings because we still exist. We count blessings because we still exist. We count blessings all the way into the new year. Y'all give it up for Aya Brain, 16 years old on the saxophone. Celebrating our youth always. My boy Josh Hari. And I think I've been playing with him since he was in high school and went off to college and now living in New York, and he's out here with us for the holidays. One more time for Josh. Give it up for Dame Drummer, also producer, father, Black Daddy the film. Y'all gotta link up KP because he be doing the stuff with the Black Daddy the movie. If you haven't seen Black Daddy the movie, make sure you go check that out. You know what I'm saying? But it's Kwanzaa this week, right? So we gotta do something for our people, for the people. When I think about church spaces, I think about community. Keep that going, keep that going. I think about the people, for the people. If you live in your life for the people, just trying to do right, for the people, for the people. I know in Oakland what we do, we say power to the people, to the people. Put your fists up high if you love, yo people, yo people. Stand up if you got a lot of pride, if you feeling for the people, for the people. We gotta stand up every single day and do it for the people, for the people. I want y'all to sing along these 3 words, for the people, for the people, for the people. Y'all singing somebody, for the people, for the people, for the people. We do it for the people, for the people, for the people. We feeding this word every day for the people, for the people, for the people. We open up the doors of East Bay for the people, for the people. Put your hands up high like this, yo. Yo, this is Black Man Love. Black fist raised, black joy parade, looking for a black queen, she the one. We still dealing with trauma from the transatlantic. That's generational damage, them scars are hard to bandage. That weight is hard to manage. I still feel my ideal partner, sister, brown sugar, sweet as candy. They try to destroy the black family, the black community. They fear a black planet, but knowledge, wisdom, understanding keep us overcoming and advancing. They try to take our culture, they take advantage. That's why we need economic empowerment and financial literacy. Watch the stock market like we watched Steph Curry shots drop. Wish I would've copped that GameStop option. They been robbing our people. I've been watching like owls. I've been thinking just how could we change the whole world from within and give out and give back for the people. For the people, put your fists up high if you're living for the people. For the people, for the people, sing it at the top of your lungs. For the people, for the people, for the people, everybody beautiful together. For the people, for the people. East Bay, let me tell you, let's go back to this, something like this, yo. Cause I know we just everyday what? We just everyday people. We working for the people. We living for the people. Everyday people. Hey, let me tell you a little something. Hey, yo, this is black reparations. Black school, black teacher, black education. Real entrepreneurs starting their own corporation. Keeping all our dollars in our own community. That's the key to our liberation. A whole celebration. Cookouts in the backyard. We moving up the catered. We got enough for everybody. Call over the neighbors. Good vibrations, yo, it feel like Jamaica. Calling shots like a king. Hey. This is excellence, yo, we setting new standards. About to do it real, put a checker chip banner. I'm just trying to lift us up, take the whole hood on the road, do it like Hammer. They say the best leaders do it by example. I hope you see I only came up cause I took a gamble. Roulette, last dollar, lay it on the table. I wanna hear y'all sing along and say, I'm what? East Bay, yo, we do it for the world, singing loud. Come on, one more time and say, come on, hey, am everyday people. And I'm gonna sing it like this, y'all repeat after me and say, whoa, say, whoa, say, whoa, whoa, say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Time, say, oh, say, oh. Say, oh, for the people. Hey, for the people, hey, we everyday people. We just everyday people. For the people, one time. Yeah, we do it for the people. Kumbaya, creativity for the people. Uplift the people with the spirit of the music. Divine. Give thanks.
Woo! I mean, come on, East Bay, on your feet for the Kev Choice Ensemble. We got Joshua Hari on bass, Dame Drummer on drums. We got I.O. Brain right here, 16 on saxophone. And give all our love to our brother, Kev Choice. Wow. I mean, this is 2024. I don't know if y'all know, but Kev Choice is going to be with us every fourth Sunday in 2024. So get ready. And let's bring the folks here that need to hear that this message comes in every form of music. We have this idea we want to hold hip hop as something separate. Kev has given us the opportunity to see the oneness of all this music. Let me talk to you about the creativity that is hip hop. Let me talk to you about children who had music taken out of their schools and were like, we will beatbox with our mouths. We will take our parents' records and scratch them backwards to make a new sound. We will do whatever it is that we need to do to create poetry, to create music. And then we have Kev coming back and saying, I'm going to put the classical piano with it. I'm going to play with the symphony. Did you hear him? San Francisco Symphony and Oakland Symphony. And Yoshi's on the regular. Kev is, and not only for him, for all the folks that he brings. You see all these musicians we sing. Every time we see Kev, we see another singer, we see another performer, we see another young person. That's what it means to be for the people, right? It's not just your own platform. It's who you're bringing with you. We practice libation. Bliss did it for us last night. We'll do it again tonight. Who's going to call your name? When they pour libation, who's going to call your name? It's because of what you did for the people. So it is the last day of the year. And regardless of perspectives and experiences, it's been a powerful year. A powerful year of sometimes painful transitions. A powerful year of unexpected blessings. A powerful year of deep personal revelations. And in this community here, we've done all of that together. We've celebrated lives that are no longer in the body, but continue on in our consciousness, in our spirit. We've celebrated our young people, and as Zara reminded us, they're not just the future, they're the present. We've taken the classes, we've gone in the back and had prayer and said, I'm willing to see it differently. I was reading yesterday's 365 Science of Mind, and the theme that Ernest Holmes talked about was being ready to die. And for those of you from the hip-hop generation, you know this is also an album by the Notorious B.I.G., and I thought, here we are at We Are Family Youth Sunday, and there's an opportunity for this integration that is this consciousness, this philosophy, this infinite truth. Kev said we're not mortal. He's not mortal. That the Spirit is calling his plays. So here's this thing, this brashness that hip-hop gave us. It said, I am beyond the limited way that you think about us. The Notorious B.I.G. talked about all kind of violence and sexism and all of that. But part of the reason why Ready to Die is considered one of the greatest albums in the history of hip-hop is because of his authenticity. Because of his ability to talk about the harsh realities that he was facing from the emotional place of this is hard, this hurts. And he was talking about the lack of support that a whole generation had and where they ended up because we didn't always show up. Because I'm going to tell you what, it was middle-class folks who voted for 3 strikes. He said, I'm talking about the people who was calling the police on me when I was outside just trying to feed my daughter. We don't want to hear it sometimes. That in that gap between us and our young people, the system snatches them up. In that gap, they're moving all kinds of creativity just to stay alive. When KP showed up here, it wasn't just the young people in the 20s and in the 80s. This has been going on in our community for a long time. We had a gap that was created by slavery. We had a gap that was created by oppression. We had a gap by this institutionalized racism. And the only way we ever got through it was how? Together. That's the only way. And somehow, this television, this media has allowed us to believe that we should somehow be separate from our young people, that we should be afraid of them, that we should lock our doors and close our shades and turn a blind eye to the issues that they're facing. So when we talk about this creativity, we think we're talking about drumming and dancing and singing, and that's all well and good. But it is to do always, not sometimes, as much as we can, in the way we can, to make our community more beautiful than when we inherited it. So we can't just be talking about how beautiful it used to be. It's our job to make it more beautiful than that. When I'm talking about who's calling our name in libation, I'm talking about who's saying, Reverend E saved my life. Because she stood in the gap between me and the streets. From the parking lot to the front row, somebody here will tell you that her prayers saved their lives. I'm one of them. This is the opportunity. This is the business that we are about. It's making our vocation our collective responsibility. Kwanzaa got all the good properties. Collective responsibility, cooperative economics. How are we going to do this? We're going to focus on our common unity, a community that we're building for good. But in order to do that, we have to be ready to die. Let's see what Ernest Holmes, y'all don't believe me, y'all like, Biggie, wait a minute, hold on. Let me see what Ernest Holmes said about it. This is Ernest Holmes, let us then learn to let the burden slip from the shoulders of personal responsibility and enter into our divine union with enthusiasm. I know that every apparent death, he said, is a resurrection. Therefore, gladly today, I die to everything that is unlike the good. Joyfully, I am resurrected into that which is beautiful, enduring, and true. Silently, I pass from less into more, from isolation into inclusion, from separation into oneness. This is the first step. You want to do it for the people, you got to do it for yourself. We're going to have this liberation from the things that have held us back. That's what the fatherhood program is about. We got to heal those daddy wounds. That's what the prayer opportunity is about. It's to go on back here when we call for it, go back here with a practitioner. Don't leave here with something you don't want to take into 2024. Because this prayer stuff, it works. This oneness stuff, it works. This inclusion stuff, it works. This moving from the less to the more, it works if you work it. You have to be willing to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is the opportunity when we come together with these religious science principles and these cultural Kwanzaa principles, we have an opportunity to practice this creativity at the highest level, the level of our consciousness. It's creative to reinvent your perception of yourself. I know y'all don't like resolutions, but my resolution in 2024 is to be nicer to myself. To rest more. Thank you. Where is Lynn Daniels at? I saw her. There she is. She bought me a little gift because, you know, y'all are not subtle. She bought me a little gift that's called a rest deck. It's a whole bunch of cards that remind you to rest, right? And I get some phone calls. Georgia and I were talking. People like, slow down. You don't have to do everything in your first 6 months. And I'm sure that's only me that's doing too much. Be nicer to ourselves. We think that being nice to everyone else in a martyred kind of way, oh, I do so much and nobody appreciates it and nobody does what I do, and if I don't do it, nobody's gonna do it. I've already told you, how you know if it's for you to give is how you feel after you do it. If you feel drained and depleted in your relationship, that's not the right relationship. Uh-oh. If you're cooking and you love it, then you feel good when everybody's eating. If you're cooking and you're a martyr, then afterwards you're like, oh my God, you know how long it took me to make all of that? Don't do it. I promise you the rest of the people are not going to starve. I promise you. Your children will figure it out. My daughter had a relationship with Eggo waffles that I'm ashamed of today, but I need to tell you that it's all right. I mean, you know, she could just drop it in and push the button. She was all safe. Mama don't get up until this hand turns to a 7. But when we do what we need to do to take care of ourselves, we are better everything. We are better parents. We are better partners. We are better colleagues. We are better community members. We're just better in our mental health. We've got to go forward with some better mental health. We got to talk about this thing. You know, if I was up here talking about, come on, work out, a personal trainer, everybody like, oh, yeah, I run the lake and I do, you know, I climb a mountain, I love to swim. But if I said rest, stop talking about everything that's negative. If I said sit down, let somebody else do something. If I said smile, not from the fake place, hi. How you doing? I'm good. So good to see you. But from what Kev was talking about, smiling from the place that I counted all as good, that everything was a lesson even if it didn't feel like that. I count it as blessings. That's the opportunity, is to look at life and say, Bathsheba said, I'm not broken. We're still not broken. All the stuff you bring to us, we're still not broken. My mentor, Susan Taylor, says this is not the rough side of the mountain. We're here talking about a people who made it through enslavement. African people taken from their lands, their nations, their dynasties, brought here, put in chains, brutalized. And we are the survivors of that. And somehow we have managed to do it with flair and joy. We have managed to take care of somebody's babies even as they were taking ours. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The grace that we have carried in this world, the music that we have made through our pain. That's why they call it the blues. And hip-hop is just the blues with a different beat. You better understand, people are talking about the pain that we've been in. Are we listening? Because y'all know I'm not really into this individualistic philosophy that sometimes is how we do religious science. I'm going to be well, and that's all that matters, because I don't want this in my energy field. I don't deal with all that toxic, because I am evolved. I can tell whether it's working in East Bay by what's happening on the block. I can tell by who's showing up at the food pantry. I can tell by the young people who come in here. Reverend E and I had a battle when I used to run youth church. It was really Kwame. We was talking about people sagging. And they were like, we don't want people in the church sag. And I was like, yes, we do. That's exactly where we want to be. So when somebody start walking in here that you looking sideways at, that's when I know we're doing a good job. I don't want to just be taking blankets outside to people who are without homes. I want them to come inside here. Are you ready for that? Uh-oh. That's what Reverend E taught me. That's what the elders taught me. She come in with the super short skirt on for whatever she was doing, wherever she was doing it. What we got? A shawl? You better come on. They come in smelling the alcohol. Don't come running and talk about, oh, that person has been drinking, Reverend Dereca. We need a 12-step program in here then, don't we? I'm saying every apparent death is a resurrection. Let's start with our own and be willing and ready to let the old story die. I know you were hurt. It's real. I'm not asking you to just ignore it. I know it wasn't fair. I know it wasn't right. But the choice is, how are you going to hold it now? Are you going to let it keep you in prison forever? That's a choice. And I'm not saying depression and pain is not a real thing. I'm not going to minimize any of that. I'm saying, where's your power? Where does it come from? Can you just tap into that? Can you just go in and recognize that thing that's outside is inside? It's not up in the sky waiting for us to bow down and recognize it. It's right here, breathing us, beating our hearts. That is the creativity we want, is to change our thinking about who and whose we are. And when we do that, and we see our own lives change, then we can hold the high watch for other people. We can see beyond the condition of the people in our families. We can see beyond the condition in the people in the streets. Chris is asking us to come out and come up with solutions for what we see in the street, in the public safety, in the homelessness, in the illegal dumping. Don't go out there with judgment. Compassion. A sense of oneness. You and I are one, regardless to your station in life. That's why Reverend E built the church by a bus line. Do you understand? We knew there was people who had money, who had cars to get someplace. She said, I want a place where anybody can get to. Right? Right here. That's right. So I just want to make sure that we're creating a consciousness that still welcomes all those folks. I know that every apparent death is a resurrection. Therefore, I gladly today die to everything that is unlike the good. Are you ready to die? I know that's a hard thing to say because we have a limited idea, but we believe in life, in eternality, the continuity and the immortality of the individual soul forever expanding. So we don't know, we know when somebody is gone in the body from us, we still feel the spirit and the presence. We keep them alive with our consciousness. So let's do that for ourselves. When the conditions pass away, let's keep ourselves filled with joy, filled with excitement about 2024, filled with the sense of unlimited possibility that I can be anything tomorrow. I can be anything today, right now. We can be transformed by the renewing of our mind. So let's do that and die to anything that doesn't look like the good. I can talk about it, but the best thing to do is pray about it. So just take a moment to go within. And I just want you to feel into the thing inside you that is God, that is the high spirit, the holy presence. I don't care what you call it. You can call it Allah, you can call it nature, you can call it, you can say, I'm an atheist, I don't even believe in it, but you could just feel right now that there's something beating your heart, something breathing your breath. That something is good. It loves you. It's joyful, it's creative, it's celebrating right now, this moment where you showed up. It's not an accident that you're here today. It's not an accident that you're watching this. Whenever you're watching it, you're the one you have been waiting for. And so I know that that power and presence that God is the truth about who I am. And because I know there's no difference between me and you and I are one, is the truth about who you are, no matter what anybody told you. No matter what little lies you tell yourself about how you're not good enough and you're not cute enough and you're not smart enough and you don't have enough money, it's a lie. Die. Let the lie die. It's not the truth about who we are. It's not the truth about what God is able to do in and through us. It's not the truth about the thing that woke us up this morning. We're intentional in 2024. Today we're setting an intention to let everything go that doesn't look like the good. We're setting an intention to be nicer to ourselves because we know we're nicer to ourselves. We're nicer to everyone else. And that good, it ripples out and it has an impact in our relationships, in our family, in our workplace, in our community. And so I'm dying today. And I'm thanking God for it. I'm dying for all the ways I've pushed myself too hard, all the ways I've needed to be perfect when that was impossible, all the ways I thought I had to shoulder the personal responsibility, and it would have just been so easy to take it to the altar and leave it there. Because God is doing it anyway, so I just declare that I know that now, and I'm walking and moving in the flow of that divine power and energy and just floating on it. I'm just floating on it, and I'm so grateful that I have this teaching that tells me to let go of anything that doesn't serve me. I'm so grateful that I have this place to come to where there are prayer warriors who are willing to stand in the gap for me and say, I know the truth about who you are. I know the truth about the prosperity that is going to change your thinking and your life. I know the truth about the healing for your body. No matter where the pain is, no matter what the diagnosis is, there is a power that is greater than anything on a scan. I'm grateful that I know that miracles happen every day, and we don't even call them miracles because we know that God is able. There's no big and small in God. There's no here and now in God. Right now. Right now it dies. Whatever your mama told you, whatever your ex told you, whatever the job told you, whatever the school told you, it doesn't matter. It dies right now. And we're made new. We're made new. Oh, I'm so grateful. Reverend, he say, oh, glory. I'm so excited about 2024 because I know I'm creating it right here, right now. I'm creating 2024 with what I believe right here and right now. And I believe it's good. It's better than I can imagine. It's so good, I can't tell it all. So I do the most important thing that I can. I get what Emerson called my bloated nothingness out the way. All that ego that thinks I got to do it. Everybody got to know that I did it. I got to work harder. I got to be smarter. I got to control it because nobody else can do it as good as me. I let it go. And I give it to the one that perfects everything that concerns me, that divine law that is so eager and excited for me to just hand it off like a baton in a relay. Give it to me. Everything, Aretha said to God in prayer. Right here. Just leave it. And so for any treatment that was placed in this box, any request that was placed in this box, any request on your heart, any prayer, any come on, God, I need you to come through right now. God only has one answer, and it's yes. So I just bless all the prayer requests in this box, all the prayer requests in this room, all the prayer requests in your family, all the prayer requests in Oakland, all the prayer requests in Palestine. I bless them all and say, God is willing and able, and I let go. I don't know how it's all going to happen. I don't have to look in the soil to see what's happening with the seed. I plant my intention to be made whole, and I let God do the rest. And I just invite you to anchor this in your truth by saying, Ashe. Amen. And so it is. I'm telling you, the praying is better than the speaking every day. And the music was just, we could have gone home after that. All right, it's time for gracious giving. I love y'all. I love y'all. It's time for gracious giving. And I just want to remind you that money is energy. It's just a flow. Get in it. If you're feeling like there's a kink in your flow, just give. Wherever you give, that part doesn't matter. Just give. Reverend, you want to say something? What you want to say, Reverend? Hold on. I'm going to bring you the microphone. You know, she don't have to get up. We coming to her. Because you know whatever blessing she about to give us, it's multiplied and running over. Come on.
I wanted to do the offering this morning. I want to talk about the blessings of giving. I want to talk about how everything you need is right where you are. And we give, when we go to the grocery store, we pay before they let us take the grocery home. And so there's a saying that a practitioner needs a practitioner, because we see ourselves as only human. And I asked Dereca, could I do the prosperity blessing this morning? Because my life has gone from the outhouse to the White House. I started with nothing, and I became a very strong woman. And I wanted to be independent. And even, you can't do nothing by yourself. But I wanted to talk about the piano and how we give. I went by Costco many years ago, and they were featuring pianos. And I wanted a piano. So I came home and I counted up all the keys on the piano. And I decided if this many people gave this many dollars, we could get a piano. But everything you need is right where you are. You just have to ask and don't figure out how. So when I came to church that Sunday, I said, I saw a piano, and I want the piano. And if this many people gave this many dollars, we could get the piano. And somebody in the audience said, I just sold my house. I got half of it. And somebody else said, well, I got the rest. So I want to tell you, when you're willing to know that everything you need is already provided. Everything you need is already provided. I want to say that people in my family, when I bought a house in Africa, said, that's too far. I'm not going across the ocean. But because somebody believed it was possible, the Wright brothers said, we're going to do this. And they kept falling in other people's field. And they convinced those boys, the daddy said, you better put them in an asylum because they're going to kill themselves. But because they believed, I'm able to go from one continent to the other, all the way. Some people say, oh, I can't go, that's too far. But when a woman at First Church said to me, Jesus was a little Jewish boy, I had never thought of that. But that person said, everything you need is right where you fall. Just cast down the net. So I want to say today, just cast the net right where you are. Today is the day of the loaves and the fishes. It's none of your business how small it is. Just feed them anyhow. Thank you.
This is the house that Reverend E built. Don't let nobody tell you nothing else. That's 92 years of wisdom right there. My favorite, yes. My favorite Reverend E expression is, ask me how I know. We like testimony in here. And so I appreciate that, Reverend E. It's hard sometimes as a pastor to ask for what we want. And Reverend E just said, say you need a piano. Okay. We need a new facade out front. We need some doors. We need to pave the parking lot. We want to redo the stage. JJ said the lights is making us look yellow up here. I mean, it's hard to ask, but I just want to say how grateful I am for the ways that we don't have to ask. The heat was cold, and it was provided for. It was cold in here. It was private. Thank you for the heat. We didn't have to ask. Somebody came up and said, do you need money for the music ministry? Do you need money for the heat? Do you need money? So it's all coming together for good. So I had to slow down. I didn't want the installation to be here at the church until we fixed it up. And I was talking to Ricky, and she said, girl, be how you are. That's where it is right now. That's where it is right now. So I'm looking forward to having some new things on the stage and out front for the door. We know y'all we don't want to tell people it's the building across from the church's chicken anymore. We want to say it's the East Bay Church. You can see the big thing over there. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you and the money that you provide for beautification. I'm going to let the ushers come while we do the offertory statement. You all can come. Together, as I give thanks for the good now flowing into my life, I gladly share that good with others. The more I give, the more I receive, and so it is.
One more chance. We ready for another chance, y'all? Every day is another opportunity. Spirit, give us one more chance. Yeah. Say something. Bless the people with the positivity. I know the ancestors smiling on me. Conscious of the way I spread my energy. I know the ancestors smiling on me. Hey, lead with love, represent peace. I know the ancestors smiling on me. Even on my downfalls and my faults, I know the ancestors counting on me to shine like a galaxy. Shine like a galaxy. Through all the darkness, darkness. Through all the darkness, darkness. You gotta let your light shine out. Represent life. Represent life, huh? Represent life, huh? Represent life. One more time. Bless the people with the positivity. I know the ancestors smiling on me. Conscious of the way I spread my energy. I know the ancestors smiling on me. Lead with love. Represent peace. I know the ancestors smiling on me. Even on my downfalls and my faults, I know the ancestors counting on me to shine like a galaxy, shine like a galaxy. Through all the darkness, darkness, through all the darkness, darkness. Couldn't keep me from my destiny. They keep telling me, represent light, represent life. Represent light, represent life. Represent life, represent life. You gotta represent life, represent life, represent life. You gotta represent your life, represent life, represent life. Spread your light, spread your light, spread your light, spread your light, shine your light, light. time you like, one time, one time.
And in this consciousness that's been so beautifully established, we just give thanks for these gifts, for these offerings, for these tithes. We give thanks, and we just know that this energy that is money, it blesses this community, it blesses this city, it blesses our hearts. It moves our limited ideas of what's possible and brings forward a prosperity beyond imagining. So I'm just so grateful because I know this blessing, it blesses this community, it builds this youth and family, it builds this community outreach, the sacred activism, the beautification, all of it is happening right now. It doesn't have to wait for anything, it's already done in the mind of God. So I just bless this offering as it is pressed down, running over, and multiplied, and so it is. I was told we don't do enough to remind folks all the different ways you can give. You can text, you can PayPal, you can Zelle, and in the back of the room, there is a kiosk where you can actually give via credit card. Thank you, Ever, right back there. And it's almost time to go. But we get one more opportunity to be blessed both by the prayers of Reverend Ona and the music of the Kev Choice Ensemble. Reverend Ona.
Thank you so much, Reverend Dereca. So as we begin to release this service, I just want to remind you of the offerings of the week, starting with this evening's meditation. Wednesday, we have Faces giving out food at 10:30 a.m., and then our Wednesday night service. And please show up for our sacred activism with Chris Slogan on Saturday. And so right here and right now, I know that there is only one life. That life is God, that life is good, that life is great, that life is perfect, it is whole, it is complete. It is my life and it is the life of each and every one of us. For there is no disconnect or separation. There is only God all the time, in each moment, each interaction, in each reflection. So I just give thanks. I give thanks for this day, for this moment, for this life that we are living right now. I give thanks for each and every person here, knowing that we are all living, breathing, and being together as an individualized expression of God. And for that, I just am grateful as I release these words, letting them be so today on this day, December 31st, and letting it be, and so it is. Yeah. Please remember to sign up for the workshops. Use the QR codes for the events coming up with Chris Logan, with Kevin Potts and Shawnee, and everything else. And definitely go back and see the kiosk, which is in the back of the sanctuary. We are so grateful. And I just want to take this quick moment to say thank you so much for all the people who supported community outreach this year. We gave out thousands upon thousands of dollars to our families, our single parent families at Laney, our single parent families in the community, and we gave so much to our young homeless adults at Youth Spirit Artworks. They were overwhelmed and overjoyed at everything that they received, and I am so grateful for all that you've done for our community. Thank you so much. May God bless you. I also want to remind you that we have prayer in the back. Please don't leave here with the issue. Thank you and Happy New Year.